What's up guys, LeopoldTheBrave here, and this is a bit of a different type of video that I'm kind of rushing out because I'm uploading a day later than I normally like to keep my upload rate, because there were some internet problems we've been having all week, and also I'm kind of sick with allergies, oh boy. But something interesting I did was play Undertale for the first time over this past weekend, which is something I had never done before, hence why I said for the first time. And there are many reasons why it took me this long. I'm thankfully not one of those stuffy people who dislike anything because they're popular, because I gave Five Nights at Freddy's a try when that was popular. And then I gave Fortnite a try when that was popular, and still kind of is, but not as much as it used to be, and it only took about a week for each for me to stop liking them. But with Undertale, I never did give it that chance at all. One of the reasons being because, well, I simply thought it was just a meme thing. Literally, before I played it for the first time, there were only 3 things I knew about Undertale. The character Sans, the sound and the first 5 seconds of Megalovania. And the second reason is that I'm just not a fan of RPGs or turn-based combat or anything. It's personally too slow for me and there's too much reading. It's not an attention span problem, it's simply because I have poor eyesight, so reading for long periods of time kind of strains my eyes, makes me all sore, blah blah blah, that sort of thing. And I was especially turned off by it because it was one of those RPGs where people were like, oh man, I hate turn-based RPGs, but I love Undertale, it's the exception. And people said the same thing about Persona 5, which I personally could not get into at all, even after giving it a fair chance with nearly 15 hours of gameplay time. So rather than it just being a super popular thing, I was turned off by it because it seemed like everything I personally disliked. And I hadn't really heard anything about it despite memes to tell me otherwise. Of course, the thing to finally convince me to give it a shot was Sans' Mii costume in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate being announced during the September Direct earlier this month. I actually put 2 and 2 together in my head rather quickly and realized that this wasn't just a meme thing, it was something else entirely, because even Sakurai has stated that he's aware of memes, like the Waluigi and Shrek things, and how they're not actually genuine requests. Not only that, but he zipped right past Shovel Knight, who's just an assist trophy, all the way up to a playable spot as a Mii costume. And not just a Mii costume, it's pretty much replacing the Miis with Sans' model. You're pretty much just playing as Sans at that point. So with that, combined with finally hearing the rest of Megalovania in the background, along with hearing that Toby Fox knows Sakurai and got to chill with the dude, it just all hit me at once and mixed together in my brain to finally make me realize that Undertale isn't just a meme, it's actually something pretty special. I'm not one to use walkthroughs or anything, so I went in blind and of course did a neutral run on my first attempt, making a few of what some would call mistakes, one of them being killing Undyne. Look, her fight was just really fun, okay? And I wanted to see if I could actually do it. Spoiler, I can. Thankfully though, I did not kill Toriel. Even not knowing what the heck was going on or what was going to happen, I refused to even attempt to hit that poor old lady. But Undertale is definitely a game that needs to be replayed, because on that first run I did miss a bunch of stuff. I missed dating Papyrus, I missed hanging out with Undyne and Papyrus because of course I killed her. And because it was a neutral run where I only really killed Undyne and Asgore, I got a really unsatisfying ending that made me feel kind of sour about all that effort I put into giving the game a shot. But once I reflected on all the things I liked going through it, which was pretty much everything, I was actually able to jump into a second run pretty easily when I thought it would be a drag. Currently, I'm on my second run, and it's a pacifist run. I'm up to Hotland at this point. And of course I'm gonna go for a genocide run as soon as I complete this. I have never ever played an RPG with this much replay value before. How much the tiniest differences make is just fascinating to watch unfold. But overall, yes, I really enjoyed Undertale, and I'm probably gonna do a full review sometime in the future. So any of you out there who are like me, don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. Sometimes it won't work, like Persona 5 didn't work for me, but sometimes it will, like Undertale. You'll never know until you try. But for the viewers who aren't like me, don't hate things because they're popular, especially when there's a good reason they're popular, especially when there's a good reason that Sans is in Smash.